If you're new to ear tag engraving with a laser, this is a test that you need to be doing. This is called a grid array test, and we do it every time we pick a new color that we've never engraved. This is to dial in our settings with our laser so we know where to start with our settings, our feed and power. So come along with us. I'm going to show you how to do this. We are using Xtool Studios for this. Alright, today we're going to be doing a grid array test on an ear tag. We're going to be seeing which settings work the best for engraving these ear tags. Now every color of ear tag actually engraves slightly different, or sometimes drastically different. Really depends on the color. Some colors reflect the light of the laser more than others, some absorb it more. So it's important to do these grid array tests. I try to do at least 2 or 3 with each new color that I'm trying to kind of dial in my settings a little bit better. But we're going to be showing how to do that today. So first thing we're going to do is go over to here to applications on the left hand side. We have our ear tag jig blank already loaded up. We're going to be using that today. Material test array. Now sometimes it won't show you this, but it will usually show you this. You want to go process and type engrave. That's what we're going to be doing on the ear tag itself. So this actually gives you the Xtool logo for each column in a row. Each test square. You can actually change that to anything you want. You could have a vector file, each one of those. You could have the number 2 if you wanted. You could really change that to anything. We're going to stick with the Xtool logo because it actually is a pretty good clean text to try and engrave out. You can see when you go clean the tag how easy the X is to actually clean, etc. So I'm going to explain how this works. It's kind of straightforward. On the left-hand columns here, you have your power for your laser. So I'm always going to be running mine at either 100% if I can. The lowest I'm going to be going is 85%. Now I'm doing white Ritchey large tags here, so I know just from running it here last week, the max millimeters per second I can go is 200, and the minimum I'm going to possibly want to go is 140, and that's just what I've found. We're going to use user defined material type because we don't actually have that in here. We don't have any of those in here, so we'll just leave that how it is, and we're going to hit done. So the other cool thing about this is it's going to generate a lot of little individual files here, but that's all right. The cool thing is we can scale this to fit nicely on our ear tag. And since we actually are doing an ear tag, we get to see what these settings, which one's going to turn out the nicest. So that's a pretty nice standard test that I do when I first get a new color of ear tags. So we're ready to process this. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to show you what this looks like. This is all the files. You can see it's doing it at each different percentage level, each different speed. And we're ignoring the frame of the ear tag jig here. So let's go over to the laser. Let's watch this cut out. All right, well, here are the results. I think that 140 millimeters per second and that 95% power, that was a pretty good range to be in on this white tag for this 40 watt. Now I did this. I'm running 200 millimeters per second, 90% power, 95% power on these color tags. These tags, you know what? I don't know. It looks pretty good all the way across. Maybe the bottom corner is not the best. If I'm being honest with you, it's pretty deep, but I got a pretty good result. But other than there's a little bit of pink tinge to this tag. I don't exactly sure if I just need to scrub more or if I can fine tune my settings and see which one of these. Maybe I need to go a little faster. I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys do on red Ritchey tags. What are your settings? I'm running a 40 watt module. If you're running a 20 watt, what settings are you guys using? This is what I do for all my colors of tags that I've been using. I do a grid test array, and then I know where I'm standing, and you can go from there.